Welcome back. I have Jen Delta with me today.
Jen Delta motherfucking Ray.
Talk
my speaks on the table.
Talk your shit.
I got some Syracuse orange dunks on, you know what I'm saying? From the Go app, you know what I'm saying?
Motherfuckers clean too.
Thank you. I never wear them. I don't really wear orange.
Really?
But the shirt I'm wearing got a little pop of orange on it, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me just try to do
something. Why I feel like I know where you got that from.
You do.
I ain't gonna say nothing, you know.
I'll say it's professional.
That's where this is from. That's how I know where that's from.
They be having good graphic tees sometimes.
That's how I know where that's from. That's where I got that from, right?
No shade.
I ain't gonna lie, I got so many pants. These pants might be for you.
I'm screaming. Actually, these pants are professional too.
Yeah,
I don't even really shop there, but I got this in the same order. The same order.
Yeah. Go though. But them Syracuse is out. You know me. I don't even like Nike. But when I do like Nike, y'all let them be.
When I do like Nike, it's crazy.
Like, you know.
And I thought about that. I'm not really an Adidas girl. I'm not.
It's okay.
Am I messing up the brand deal? No.
No, everybody everybody got their preference. Like, everybody know my brother Juwan. You know Juwan, he straight Nike. So if I see something on social media, I send it to him like, hey, can you get these so I can see them in person? Because I'm not gonna buy it.
Yeah, I'm screaming.
Yeah,
I want to see the detail.
Yeah, I want to see him. I want to feel the leather.
Right.
I want to see it in person. But I don't want them. I don't want to own them.
Yeah.
So can you get them? And then he'd be like, I was already seen. I seen those already. I might get those. All right, bad. Yeah. I don't care if you don't hoop in them. Bring them to the gym so I can see them. I just want to see them. Yeah. Speaking of Juwan, you had a podcast.
I did.
Called Ask a Guy with Juwan.
I don't even remember that version of myself. But let's talk about it. Let's get into it.
How did it come about? Because it started off as what, 5 of you guys?
Yeah. So what it was is that myself, Aaliyah, Clark, and Chanel had a blog site called Black Honey Collective.
Okay.
And we were just writing and doing all kinds of things. We're like, we should turn this into a podcast. And it was about relationships and all those things. Chanel had met Juwan, and she was like, well, let's just start a podcast with this guy called Ask a Guy, and where we ask relationship type questions, and he's in the hot seat basically. And it became what it became.
I was sitting there listening like, he need help.
No, really, Juwan was drowning. You got
held his own though.
He did. You have 4 fierce women who come from different aspects of relationships and dating, and it was tense. It was toxic. And I'm like, now I can't even relate to that version of myself.
Sometimes y'all would ask him something, and he'll try to explain it, and I'd be like, nah, bro, you're not gonna win that one. Yeah. Especially like, even if one of y'all agreed, it was still 3 of them that had all the facts in the world why it didn't make sense. But it was a great podcast.
It was the dynamics were great. And the thing about Juwan is he's an instigator and he's a gaslighter. You know what I'm saying? So,
I was going to say, I think some of the times he was giving y'all answers to make y'all react.
Oh,
which was great.
And we used to get hot. We used to feed right into it. Right into the ball. But it was a great show. It really was. It was fun to edit. It was fun to listen to the different dynamics. You know what I'm saying? It was fun to be toxic during that time. And then the pandemic hit and niggas started healing. And that's just what that was. That's just how that came to be. Still love those guys there.
What year did that start?
It's
Was that 17, 18?
It started in 2017, fall of 2017. I'm pretty sure. And then we really launched in January of 2018.
Okay.
We had a live show. We were
2 live shows, right?
No, this one. Actually, yeah. Whoa. We did have 2. One of them, I broke my foot. I broke my foot. I'm dramatic. Hold on. I did not break my foot. Niggas be lying.
You sprayed me and put a boot on.
You know, I sprayed my ankle real bad. And so I didn't even remember that one because I was so pissed. But yes, we had 2 live shows. One was at the Poorhouse. The other one was at the Southern Theater. It was a great time. Real toxic time.
Yeah, the Southern Theater is where, you know, like, the worlds collided. Yeah. So, like, that's where Juwan's friends and family met y'all. Mm-hmm. And I just knew it was going to be not bad in a bad way, but I knew it was going to be bad because as soon as, like, Clark seen somebody be like, hey, I'm about to get Clark started. Yeah. And they bring up something, what? I'm like, uh-oh, it's over. It's over with. But it was a great, sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, I go back and watch it, and then I'll text or hit somebody up like, "Can y'all bring this back?"
Man, I think about it, but I'm like, I'm too healed now. Like, I've gone too far. And people don't like healthy content. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to say they don't. It's like you gotta be in a different mind to take in healthy content. But I'm like, I can't make myself toxic. I can't do it. I was in a toxic relationship at the time. Like, it worked. It doesn't work anymore. It doesn't track anymore. It's like
the reason I liked it so much is because you had something to look forward to.
Yeah.
And you knew what you were gonna get. Obviously, the first time you looked to, you're like, I don't know what I'm about to get into, but after like the second or third, you're like, you know what Clark's gonna bring.
Yeah.
You know what Aaliyah's gonna bring. You know what Jawan's gonna say to make Jan react. I'm like, oh
yeah,
my goodness. But it was great. The live show was great.
Yeah, so many dynamics, so many personalities. You know, you got Aaliyah who's real quiet. Me who is somewhere between Aaliyah and Clark. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little reserved, but I talk my shit when necessary, but I'll take a back seat. Clark Spitfire all the time.
Oh yeah, don't care.
Don't care at all. You know. Then there's Chanel who's really holy and sanctified. It was a perfect blend. It was a recipe. It really was. You know.
Oh my god.
Then we got our toxic black man Juwan, like or pretending to be toxic.
Yeah, I was like, he's toxic, but he like, I think for a lot, like I said, a lot of the stuff he was saying to get a reaction.
Yeah.
But a lot of the stuff he really meant.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff he meant, but the way he was saying it wasn't how he meant to say it.
No, trust me, I follow Juwan on Twitter. Okay, I get it. Like, he be that shit.
He be dead serious too. He ain't never gonna change. Don't ever change Juwan.
Drake is his avatar.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
No, the way he rides for Drake is
it's sick. It's an illness.
Drake could be losing to Kendrick, and he'd be like, "Y'all still listen to Kendrick?"
Man,
I'll be like, "Yes, everybody in the world but you listen to Kendrick."
Like,
then the way he be going, like J. Cole's he might be my GOAT at this point. Because if you turn on anything from 2014, Forest Hill Drive, I know every word from it.
Same.
KOD, people didn't really like it, but
I love KOD.
I like KOD because he used to be just, everything was quiet and low key. Then he came up there like, I can get y'all something for the club too if y'all want. But Jawan acts like J. Cole's gonna play everybody to sleep.
That's crazy to me.
He acts like J. Cole is just.
I think Trey Cole. Wow. I think J. Cole is one of the most traditional storytellers in the best way. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what you're gonna get. It's a story from start to finish. I think what's his name? Kendrick is more abstract and more, you know what I'm saying?
All over the place.
Exactly. But it's something to be appreciated. I think Kendrick's more of a poet that's turned rapper, if you will. But it's, both of them are great storytellers. And I feel like Drake is truly a pop star. Don't get me wrong, lyricist, but a pop star. And I feel like he's not in that same bucket. No matter how many people try to put him there, he doesn't belong. He's with Taylor Swift now, okay? He's with Taylor. With all respect. With the most respect.
I'm not trying to be funny, but do you listen to Taylor Swift? No. And it might might be the crowd I hang out with, but she wins like 17 awards at every show. And I'd be like, I go places, I never hear her anywhere.
No.
That's not a knock to her. We know she's great, but she goes home with 4+ awards every show, and I'd be like, I didn't even know she dropped the album this year.
It's cult behavior, like taste. Speaking of, so literally last night, have you ever heard of Wordle?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know how to describe it, but it's something like Wordle for music where it's like you play like 2 seconds of a song and you're supposed to guess the song. So my brother's girlfriend, she's really big into it. And so he plays 2 seconds of the song. She's like, play it again. Plays it 2 seconds. The one. I'm like, how the fuck did you know? There's one for Kendrick, and we obviously got that because we're Kendrick fans. But I'm just like, Taylor Swift fans go so fucking hard. It's sick. It's like they're worse than Beyonce. They're worse than the Beehive. Yeah. Maybe they're up there. I
think they might be neck and neck. The reason I say that is because the Beehive been so strong for so long.
Yeah.
That's like
it's like a 20-year cult.
I was literally saying since she left Destiny Child, the Beehive has been
buzzing.
literally. But speaking of, you said J. Cole's a poet, and you do poetry yourself.
I do.
How'd you get into the poetry, man?
You know, it's crazy. So, Black parents, let me tell you. It starts with my mom. So, I've always written. My dad put the pen and paper in my hand. And I grew up over South. And it was very community-oriented. So I'm like, writing these little notebooks that my father has given me or whatever. And my mom was like, hold on, my baby can write. So without my permission, she put me in a competition when I was like 8 or 9.
Oh, walked off stage.
I'm screaming. But it was just a written competition.
Oh.
And she submitted my poem, and I got second place. I actually have a photo of it somewhere. But it's still at her house, still like in a little plaque or whatever. And I'm like, wow, that's how my poetry career started. So
you've been doing it for a long time?
For a very long time. That's great. Yeah. I used to write short stories, and then, I started expressing my emotions through poetry.
Okay.
Yeah. I really thought to myself the other day, I'm like, I'm actually a professional poet. Like,
no, for real. I seen you on stage twice, and I was like, because like the first time I met you, you were doing the podcast. So I'm like, they're like, yeah, Jane's performing this weekend. You want to go? Me, Juwan, and a few others. We pull up. A few people go on. Then you go on. I'm like, hey, Juwan, she's actually pretty good at this.
Screaming.
And then Juwan's like, oh, I know that already.
Nobody.
I'm like, oh, snap. I'm like, oh, snap. And I was just like, oh, not saying I thought you were just a podcaster.
Yeah.
But I was like, it's more than just a podcaster. Because it wasn't like you just wrote it. It was like, you had like the emotion behind it. You didn't have the paper. Like, you wasn't like reading off the paper. I was like, I'm reading off the paper.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie and say I do poetry. But my mom does like, we do like family reunions or funerals. Everybody calls her like, can you do this? Can you write for that? So one day I'm being nosy in my mom's closet. There's like a
Black children.
Of course.
Yeah.
Lift it up, and she got like written and typed up stuff. I'm like, Mom, this all yours? She was like, yeah, give it to me. Oh, all right. But it was like another stack in there. She went in there, and I'm reading it. I was like, I'm about to see if I can, because I play sports. So like me and my mom didn't really have nothing. I won't say not to connect to, but me and my dad, me and my brother, sports. Mm-hmm. I'm like, let me see if I can find something to connect with my mom. And I showed my mom one day. She was like, this is actually pretty good. All right, we ain't about to try to turn me into a poet because I can't do it. And I went to St. Cloud one time, and I did perform one time.
Gotcha.
That's when I realized I don't like being the center of attention because everybody's looking at me.
And listening, actively listening. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like 6 people in there. It was a lot of people in there. And I'm like, y'all gonna be back. I finished that. It wasn't like a first place, second place, nothing. But, people get to snapping their fingers. And I'm like, oh my God. Mm-hmm. Never again. Like, I play basketball.
Never again.
And it's 9 other people on the court with me. So even when I ain't got the ball, they looking at him. If I get the ball, you probably got the ball for 5 seconds.
Right.
Cool. But you on that stage, the lights get low, and there's one light above you.
Man. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. Like, and that's why I was really thinking to myself the other day, like, I'm actually a professional poet. To be able to get on stage, not care about who's in the crowd, but also care about who's in the crowd, lift my voice with my little vulnerability, my little pieces, you know what I'm saying, and make people who I don't know feel something. Like, it's an art form for sure. But I find that a lot of people write, they just don't like the aspect of sharing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a vulnerable process. Like, that one time that nigga cheated on me, it's the whole thing. It's the whole thing. You gotta have the mask. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the buffer.
Were you stage fright, or have you always been like, this is me, y'all gonna see me, I don't care?
You know what's funny is, like, I get scared, and I don't think people realize that. I get nervous, especially if it's a new poem. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when I be shaky. But I will say that I've always known that I'm a great writer. Okay. And I think that interpersonally, I'm pretty soft-spoken. So, like, on stage is my time to be real. You know what I'm saying?
Big dog.
Exactly. So, I think my first big performance was when I was, like, 14. No, I might have been 15. 14, 15, somewhere in the 9th grade. There was a event that my friend Cyril, do you know Cyril?
No, I'm bad with names.
It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, he had threw this event at our high school, Champlin Park, and it was called Flowetry or something along those lines. And I was like, I got this little poem about blackness, and I was shy about it in prepping for it, but it's like something about when I get on that microphone and I get in front of people, it's the opposite. Where it's just like I just hop in my big body. You know what I'm saying? And I just start spitting what the people want to hear. So, I love being a poet. I really do. I love being on a microphone. I love podcasting.
Now that you bring up being on the microphone, I didn't know this until about 2 weeks ago. You do music. I said, hold on. I sent you a deal right away. Like, whoa, wait a minute. Hold on.
Interview?
This is fire. This is fire. When did you start doing this?
Man. So the thing about it is, before I was a poet, I always wanted to be a musician. Mm-hmm. And not to get too deep, but there were some traumatic things that I went through that kind of took my voice in that way. And that's why I clung to poetry so hard, because it was like, I can speak in this way. But I've always wanted to be a musician. My dad was a musician. I always wanted to sing. And so, you know, have you ever seen Insecure? Mm-hmm. Or Issa Rae be rapping? That'd be me. All right? That has always been me. If I ever have like a road trip or like somewhere I'm going that's long distance, let me put it on YouTube. Let me throw on an instrument. Let me just see what I can cook real quick, you know? And it's not until recently that I got tagged into this, at the end of 2021, there's a rapper named B-Dot, and she tagged me in this challenge called Love Is, and I was supposed to, you know, rap to it. And I was like, hold on, people really eat these 5-minute bars up. You know, I wrote this in like 30 minutes and people was eating this shit up. Like, maybe I could do this for real. So I've been doing it. I've been making the transition from spoken word to poetry or to rap. And it's different. It's a different beast. Like, I have respect as a poet. I'm not sure if I have the respect as a rapper. And so I think I have to check my ego in this process, because it's like, I know I'm goated in poetry. Can I be goated in how I say this? I'm goated in poetry, and it's weird starting over in music. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I have to humble myself enough to know, like, you're great, but you're not one of the greatest yet. Yeah. You know, like, the pen is tough, but the delivery is different. Like, it's a whole thing. So yeah. I seen
the picture before I seen the video, and I said, why is she looking so angry?
Yeah.
Not angry, but you can see the emotion in it.
Yeah.
So then I hit the next story, and it's the video, and I was like,
yeah.
Oh, she snapped.
I could call up Jlew if you willing me for a clue, sis. Like, 9-5 and Stacey Dash, I heard that y'all been clue. Man. Show these goofy niggas what the truth is. Yeah. I mean, I got a pen, man. I got a pen.
You know, like, every time I'm around you, your energy's high and cool, and I won't say laid back, but you're like, you ain't have to show that side. So when I seen it, you're like, showing them, I'm like, oh, snap.
Yeah.
Oh, snap. I ain't never seen this side of the gym before.
I'm just not seeing it for real, too. I'm like, I'm a little rapper. I don't know. It's intimidating, but man, it's so fun, too.
I don't know how deep into music you want to go, but have you ever thought about doing a project?
Yeah, so I don't want to say too much. But I am actually working on an EP called Being Known.
Okay.
And it's because, like, interpersonally, people be like, I know her for this and that, but I do so many things that people don't know all of me. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, because I've still been waiting for my little art project that I've been asking for about a year now.
Give me a second. It's a lot going
on. You got a lot going on. You see, I only asked once, and then when you get around to it, or you start posting that you're working on stuff again, I ask again. Yeah. But just like throw back out there.
I be painting. I be doing all kinds of stuff. To be multifaceted is a blessing, but it's also stressful, because I'm like, what pocket do I get in? But yeah, I'm working on a project called Being Known, EP. It's just, telling stories, and like testing my lyrical ability, testing my little vocal cords. Can I sing a little bit? Can I hit this in key? So it's been in the works since the beginning of the year. I'm really excited. It's my goal to share it by my birthday.
When's your birthday?
October 1st. Right around the corner. Okay. I got like 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, pressure is getting worse. But yeah, and then in the meantime too, I've been working on like video projects to release to the world, just to show that I can write in different ways, and not just in poetry. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we cooking over here.
You're doing a lot.
Man, the kitchen is hot. Chefing.
You had I don't want to say had, because I don't know what you're doing with it. Mm-hmm. But you had a podcast at one point that you were doing by yourself.
Yeah.
Are you
bringing that back?
Bringing it back?
Oh my God! So many people have asked me. The reason I got off the mic, it was February 2021. I was like, I'm too toxic to be talking. Okay, like in the middle of the pit. It's the self-awareness. You gotta be aware. Nobody needs to hear your trauma right now. Like, keep that to yourself.
We were locked in the house. I think we were like, I'm trying to figure out a way to be happy, Jan.
Bruh.
But it was nice though.
It was reflective. I needed that time. But now I'm on the other side of it, where it's like, the podcast is called If Anyone Cares, and I'm like, one, does anybody still care? But then two, it's like, I'm not even that girl anymore. So I'm thinking, and then the world has changed so much. We got Reels, we got TikTok. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, how do I show up in this space?
You might not be having TikTok too much longer.
I know. I'm sick about it. I love TikTok.
I do too.
It's my guilty pleasure. Like, I'll stay on TikTok for a minute. Fuck Instagram, fuck Twitter, X. I don't even think about Facebook.
No, I ain't been on Facebook, and who knows when. I ain't gonna say Instagram. That's my baby.
Yeah.
But
yeah, no. TikTok is. Yeah. But anyway, I think I've been thinking about it. And I think what it is I need to go move down to part-time with my job focus on my art, finish this project, and bring my podcast back because I've become so much more wise in this time. I'm like, if you got wisdom, you're 31 now, you passed the
And that's why I think
threshold.
the podcast would be fire. I mean, I know you said you were talking about trauma, but then if you bring it back and you show this side, everybody be like, I remember when she started it
Yeah,
and where she's at now. And
yeah,
it might bring a different crowd.
definitely. But I think my biggest thing is capacity because it's like I can do all these things, but it's like be realistic. Can you do all these things?
At one time, you working on a project, you doing this, you doing that, and it's only 24 hours a day.
Exactly. And I got to work for me. You know what I'm saying? Fighting capitalism, high ass inflation.
So tired
I
of
don't want
working
to
for
talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
I seen somebody say the other day, because Don Staley been everywhere since they won.
Yeah.
And they was like, this is one person that, without knowing them, you could tell capitalizes on the 24 hours, like maximizes them. And that's why I'm trying to figure out, like, how can I maximize mine? Because I already got to give 8 to the 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And then I got to figure out how I need my own time.
Yeah.
And then I got to entertain people. And then I got to work on a project. Like, there's a whole bunch of, I shouldn't say a bunch of, but there's been like 2-3 projects I've had to turn down because of other projects. 36 hours.
Yeah.
Is this new 36?
Yeah, no, just give me 36. Just give me
36.
No, for real. It's I've got during the pandemic. It was good for me because I started to get into this habit of waking up early and like starting my day at 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning.
I just went to sleep.
I'm screaming.
At 4 o'clock, I just went to sleep. You waking up and going to sleep.
Man, like
Because right now, I can't edit.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but during the day, I cannot edit. As soon as it hits 11 o'clock, I don't want to play the game. I don't want to text. I want to sit on my computer and edit, whether it's a picture, a video, somebody's project. That's all I want to do.
Yeah.
And so I did not look at the time. It's 4 o'clock. And then, of course, before I go to sleep, I got to check social media. I get on, and you in the gym.
I'm screaming. And that be me. It be me. I be there.
You be at the gym, I'll be like, I'm about to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I got tired looking at her in the gym. I can't.
This bitch out here lifting weights and shit.
She lifting weights. I'm about to lift this cover.
I'm screaming.
I'm going to sleep.
But nah, man, like I realized though there's something to the structure, you know what I'm saying? And not to say that there's anything wrong with being a night owl. If that works for you, that works for you. After 11 o'clock, I'm not editing shit. Unless there's a deadline I'm trying to hit by 7 a.m., I'm not editing a damn thing, you know? But I think for me, finding structure in my life in that way has helped me be more progressive, if you will. But it's still a lot. I think that the more gifts you have, the more weight you bear. You know what I'm saying? To put shit out. And it's almost like I feel this responsibility. I asked for these gifts. I was getting the gifts, you know what I'm saying? And then you got people it's crazy because I'm a professional poet. I can go to the gas station and people be like, hey, spit a poem. I'm like, wow, you know who I am. I don't know you. This is fucking awkward. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's this pressure to want to put on for your community and like, you know, speak for the people who can't be heard type shit. But yeah, no, there's only 24 hours in a day and I be struggling. Okay? I be crawling to bed at the end of the day.
My boy Kev, he always tell me, he be like, when people ask me like, how I do they, he can't stay up until 4 or 5 in the morning either. And he was like, I was trying to explain to them that you probably stay up. He was like, I don't know if this is true, but I think you be trying to steal a few extra hours. Because I made a joke one time, like, the new day don't start until you wake up.
Yeah.
And he was like, what you mean? I was like, if you wake up on Monday at 8 in the morning, even though it's 12 o'clock technically Tuesday, it's still Monday if you don't go to sleep.
Right.
And then I said, so if I go to sleep at 4 in the morning and wake up at 10, it's Tuesday now for me.
Yeah.
So he was like, I was trying to explain that I think you be trying to steal a few more. I'm like, yes, because I need like 28 hours. Right. I can't get those. The 24 ain't working for me. I need the 28.
And the 24 ain't working for me.
I can't edit during the day. I can do this during the day. I can record during the day. I can
buy sneakers.
I can buy sneakers during the day. I can get all the pieces I need for that night during the day. Yeah. But at night, my phone going D&D or airplane mode, and that's when I can lock in.
That's crazy.
But speaking of like locking in, how is your creative process? Like, so
it depends on what we talk
when you're, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, is it different from music and different from poetry? Like, is the process of making it different?
Absolutely. I think, well, maybe not. I think the process is the same. It's just different. Okay. That didn't make sense.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
I think for poetry, it's more so I'm evoked by an emotion, and it's like, or I'm inspired by my own emotion type shit. It's like, let me write to this. I don't write to, when it comes to spoken word, I don't write to music. A lot of people think I do because somebody told me last night, they're like, you got a little cadence to you when you spit your spoken word. I'm like, huh? But I guess it makes sense. I'm a rapper now. But when I write my spoken word, it's just raw emotion. It's usually something that I've gone through, an emotion that's been sitting with me, versus like music is more so I'm trying to tell a story in a different way. You know what I'm saying? It's more so I have like post-nut clarity over that emotion. I'm so sorry. Just cut that out.
That's so funny. No, it's staying. It was just funny.
But yeah, it's like I have clarity around it, and I want to tell that story in a more boom bap kind of rap kind of way, if you will. So, and then also too, I'm always listening to instrumentals. I'm always listening to beats, and it's like sometimes there's certain beats that pull out certain emotions, and it's like, let me tell that story about that bitch ass. You know what I'm saying? Let me just. It's time.
I got something to say about him.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let me write my dear mama story. You know what I'm saying? Like,
when you're doing music, I've had people tell me they do it both ways. Mm-hmm. Do you listen to the beat and write to the beat, or do you write music and then find a beat for the music?
I think people who write lyrics. I don't get me wrong. I have a archive of lyrics that I just have come in my mind. But when I really want to write a song, I'm listening to a beat. Always. Because and also too, you gotta think about it. Like BPM is a real thing. So it's like if something is 93 BPM, I can find something that's suitable and still make that work to another beat if it doesn't work to my original beat. You know. But I usually write to a beat. Like usually that's part I pray. I go to the gym. And it's like when I'm on my way to work, I'm usually listening to instrumentals, which sounds insane, but I'm always.
I got a cousin who, Dan. I don't know if you ever met Dan. Mm-hmm. He, if he comes and picks you up, you get in his car, and let's say you drive from this spot to Mall of America. Mm-hmm. It's probably like 9 instrumentals I get played. Wow. And I'd be like, in my head, like the first time you get in the car with her, you'd be like, bro, where's the music? Because I can't rap. Yeah. So I'm like, where's the music? So I can sing along to Chris Brown or the new Mozzie or something. Mm-hmm. Nah, we're going to listen to these 9 instrumentals. Yeah, these 9. And we're going to ride out. And on the way home, we're going to listen to 9 different ones. Yeah. And then when you see him at home, you see his notebook, and he just got pages and pages and pages. And then you be like, when you going to put it out? That'd be the one. I'm cool. That'd be the one. I'm like, all right, well. But I think when it comes to it. Yeah, but I think when it comes to instrumentals, it's like a blank canvas to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I paint too, and it's like kind of like, okay, what am I gonna do here? You know, and I kind of understand that side. You know, it's a little psychotic, yes, but I can understand that. It's like, especially as a poet, I'm drowned in words all the time. So it's like I want to like be able to just like feel this beat and see where it takes me. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, I listen to music like the gym afterward. You know what I'm saying? I'm always listening to music, but as a musician, I'm vibing. I don't know if he listen again. Anytime I be like, I don't know if he do that. Because he always be like, you heard that new Chris Brown? When'd you hear it? Because I know you listen to the instrumental. Did you know that Drake went at J. Cole and Drake went at Kendrick? I'd be like, how'd you know that? Because I know you didn't listen to it. What's up? Then he'd be like, I think I might write to the like that. You know the name of it. You know which artist dropped it. But you don't listen to music. He'd be like, I do listen to music. All right, bro. Or sometimes he'd be like, we should go somewhere. Like me, you, David, and Cello, and listen to the music. Because he won't, a lot of the time he just won't listen to it, but he likes Chris Brown. But let's say, like, when Chris Brown album dropped, he'd be like, I won't listen to it. But if I listen to it by myself, I'm going to turn this off and put on the instrument. That's crazy. So then he'll just be like, I'm going to pull up on y'all, and we just going to listen together, play the game, talk, whatever. Like, all right, bro. But yeah. His inspiration is a little different, and that's okay, you know. No, it is. It's fine because once I hear the project, because like I said, he might not never put it out. Yeah. Once I hear it, the first thing I say is, "When you gonna put it out?" Mm-hmm. And then he also be like, "I don't like this one, but I kind of like this one." And then you listen to him like, "Yeah, I put that one out." Yeah. But he did 27 songs. One of them, they not all gonna be the one, and he'd be like, yeah, "This the one right here." And I listen to like, "Oh yeah, this the one right here." Mm-hmm. So. His creative process is a little different. It's okay. Definitely. It's okay. It's music is. I was actually just telling a friend. Everything happened last night, apparently. But I was just telling a friend last night that sometimes even I don't listen to music because it be too real. Sometimes it be too honest. I'm like, damn. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes.
Some of this music is so not trash. No, it is trash. I'm gonna tell the truth. It's trash. And it'd be so much music because they all drop on Thursday night, Friday, and it'd be like 7 albums. Sometimes you can't listen to 7 albums in 3 days.
You're right.
So by the time I see somebody, I see you, and I'd be like, "You hear the Chris Brown? No, but did you hear the new Mozzie?" All right, you listen to the new Chris Brown. I listen to the new Mozzie. We gonna
compare notes, right?
So it's just be so much music. But then, like for me, I keep saying Chris Brown and Mozzie because I've been listening to both their last projects a lot.
Chris Brown came out with 11:11, wasn't it?
Yep. Okay. And I've been listening to that one a lot. Then he dropped the Deluxe, which had the Quavo disc on it. And Mozzie dropped one. So that one and his last one, Occupational Hazard, I've been listening to both of those heavy. And those are 2 people, J. Cole, Wale's one of my favorite, that I know once I turn it on, I don't really have to worry about, Siri, can you change songs? But there's so much music dropping from people, and I'd be like, bro, you gave us 27 songs, and there's 2 songs on here I'm listening to. Right. So it's just been so much music. And then I've got to the point where I know so many artists that when y'all drop stuff, whether it's only on YouTube or only on SoundCloud or on iTunes, I'll be at work listening to my friends at this point. That's real. So like Juice, Nas, you, Dan sends me stuff, but he won't put it out. Yeah. Dan put it out. They want to hear it. I'll be at work listening to that. And then like you will drop a snippet on Instagram, and I'll be like, is this going to be a song or is this going to be a video?
Ooh, let me tell, because me and Dan got the same thing, is I love a good tease. I love a good tease. And then really where them teases be coming from is I be so excited about the shit, and then life happened. I'm like, damn, I did have that one project I never put out. That's crazy.
Because you had the one, Jan does so much stuff, I don't want to give a name to it because I don't want to mess it up. People feel like I don't know what I'm talking about. But the one that you had, like you were in the field and you had the jewelry and what was that?
So that was supposed to be my single called Air Science, and I'm gonna still drop it. It's just the editor had life happen to him. You know what I'm saying? So we've been taking a pause on that, but I'm still gonna drop that project. There was so much that went into that, like it's coming.
I like the visuals and stuff. Yeah. That's my thing. Visuals are so like when people drop videos to it, that makes me even more excited to see it. So like when you drop the stuff, and I'll be like,
and that's one. And
Jane, when it's coming out?
And that's the thing. Is like okay. So I can sing, I can rap. I'm a poet, right? But I love creative directing, and so a lot of this too is like I'm creative directing my own visuals, and that's what makes it difficult because it's like you got to be the creative director and the talent, you know what I'm saying, and then you got to be a part of the editing and production process. Like it'd be draining as fuck, you know, like so yeah. That's
but like I had a editor, a recorder, like a cameraman, and just being on somebody else's schedule was the part that made me have to learn how to do the stuff myself. That's word. So like I see what you mean when like you doing all of the work, not because you have help, but you're a part of everything that goes into it. But at the same time, like you don't want, like you might trust me, but if I change up something without saying nothing and I send it back to you, you're like, yeah, this can't be a work relationship. Yeah. Because he just messed up my vision. So I see, messing up somebody else's vision
it's a whole thing.
Yeah,
but
it's real.
That visual is coming. I work really hard on that visual. It's called Air Sign. I'm rapping and singing on that joint. And it's funny, and that's why I have to learn how to release things earlier because it's like if too much time passes, I'm like, that's cringe. I got harder bars. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm gonna release that one because so much went into that. But there's more coming soon. There's more coming soon, guys.
Big Dog Jan.
You know. See me on the internet.
Every time I see you have a fit on, and I don't want to put you in the category. Yeah. So I'm not gonna say you like a fashion person or a fashionista or whatever.
I'm a little stylish.
But like, you know, where you get your stylist from? Is that from your parents or is your style totally different?
Whenever you see me, like I'm always have on jewelry, and that very much comes from my dad. Okay. But other than that, no, fuck them. It's just me. At the top, it's just us. No,
I can't say that because my dad throwing on a jumpsuit with his Jordan, Nike, Adidas. Yeah. That's him. Yeah. Summer, rain, 100 degrees, he gonna have the sweatpants with if it's a Jordan sweatpants, Jordan t-shirt, that's it.
Right, coordinated.
He ain't putting nothing else on. He ain't putting no jeans on. I ain't seen my dad in jeans in like 15 years.
Oh, wow.
He ain't putting no jeans on. My mom, she went to school in Mississippi. She got the Mississippi sweaters on, some nice pants, whether they sweatpants or jeans. That's it. Me, nah.
Yeah.
So that's why I asked. 'Cause I don't know where I get mine from. I think it's just me.
I think it's just me too. But I also think that I grew up with a lot of boys, and so I'm very feminine. I'm very soft, very feminine energy. However, like I dress like a nigga. You know what I'm saying? I love a good cargo. I love a good sneaker. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a lot of my influence too.
I know Nike. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I love me a Nike. What? I love me a good Jordan too.
What's your? Are you a big Jordan sneaker fan, or you just like you buy what you want?
I buy what I like. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of them people that's gonna spend $1,000 on sneakers.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
They get out of hand. Like, I want the shoe too, man. Why you buy 7 of them and think you about to get $7,000 for them?
Bro, those sneakerheads be different. Like the resale game is so different. I got a cap. You know, I'll spend like maybe $500 on a pair of shoes, depending on what it is. But no, my favorite Jordans are probably the 4s. I love a good Jordan 4. I love the OG. I love Jordan 1s too, though. Like the classic. Like, it's just something about it that's just so aesthetically pleasing. White girl can have mom like, yeah, she ate down. She ate down. It's a fit. It's a fit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think sneakers are so fun. There's so many things you can do with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, stylish wise, it just elevates a look in a different way. You know, I love the regular OG forces too. You know, like in the right aesthetic, that should go too.
It's real bad when if I see sneakers, the first thing I do is, what would I do if I had them? Like, what would I wear?
Yeah.
So like, again, everybody knows I'm an Adidas guy. So if I see them before they drop, if I get them before they, whatever, I'll be like, I'm not gonna go crazy. This could go fine with a Fashion Nova fit. Yeah. But I could go crazy and go get something from so and so. Or like I'll see something that's in the Jlew, like I said, hey, can you get these so I can see them in person? You already got them? Man, I'll see you tomorrow. Let me see those girls. But sneakers are
it's funny though.
Fun.
There's a lot of fun. And I think sneakers really are the statement. So you asked me if I'm a stylist, if I get it from my parents. I think I'm just a stylish bitch. You know what I'm saying? But I think building an outfit really and truly comes from the shoe.
Are you starting with the shoes first?
Always. Like not always, but usually. If that's what I want, if I want to wear a shoe, I'm gonna build my outfit around it. Like last night I helped my brother with his outfit. I'm like, okay, well what shoe you want to wear? Okay. Bet, got this, okay, that's the fit. He's like, why is it so easy for you? I'm like, I don't know, I just do this. I just really do this. But I think fashion is an art form within itself. How you dress, like we can make it so fun. When people be wearing like polka dots and plaid, I'd be like, go off. I would never.
I was gonna say some people, I just can't pull off what you got on, but it looks good for you,
right?
But like some people, like I got a friend, he was like, hey, can you help me build my wardrobe? And I'm like, I'm gonna tell you, God, that's true. What I put on ain't for you. What you put on ain't for me. So if I buy something from this website, like say he's like $200 on Fashion Nova, all right, you can get like 12 pieces from Fashion Nova, but I might buy them, and then when you see them, you be like, I don't like them. Yeah, because you had me do it, and I was thinking like what I would look like in them. I can't. I'm not a stylist. Like I can't. I'm dress you. Yeah, I can't dress you. I can't dress you.
What I do don't go over there. All right.
Like, you not me and I'm not you. I can't go in your closet and come out looking good. You can't go in mine and look good. But I do have friends like I think like people always ask me like, who do you think some of your best dressed friends? I think me, Jawan, Cello, Dan, D-Lo, and Kev. We all have our own style, and we all look good in it. Yeah. But I can't go in Jawan's closet. It don't help that all I wear is Adidas, and all of them like Jawan like everything.
What is up with this Adidas? Can we really get into it? What is it up with the Adidas though? Like, what you got against Nike? Because it's like
I don't have nothing against Nike. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I like the Nikes. I like the Nikes.
Okay.
Like I'll see. Like I said, I'll see something. I'll send it to my brother Dewan. I'll send it to Jawan. I'll send it to Kev. I'll send it to Dan. I just can't put Nikes on my feet. I'm not.
Okay, Kanye West.
Who even? I don't even know where Kanye is at this point. He was with Nike. He left. Then he was with Adidas. He left. Right. Then he had some black forces on. Then he started talking about Kanye is like Kanye needs to just come out with a shoe, one shoe, 100 different colors. No, just one, all black because that's all he wear, and just be like these are new Kanye's.
Yeah.
Because at this point, every brand he go with, he be like, I don't like it.
He talked himself out of the deal.
You talking about getting out of a contract? Oh, he's good for getting out of a contract.
He is amazing at it. How can I say the epitome of self-sabotage? That is Kanye West.
Hey, look, like we sit here and we be like, he's self-sabotaging, but in his head, that's the right move to do.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
I can't knock him for that because I'm not leaving nobody giving me a shoe.
Man, but at the same time, I get it though.
Yeah. So whatever was going on behind closed doors, we'll never know. He'll tell us one thing, they might tell us something else, and we'll be like, whatever.
Right.
But still on the sneakers, if you were obviously, you got the Syracuse on today, but you said you like Jordans and you got the 4s are your favorite. If you were to do a shoe, what model would it be, or what? Because we know it's gonna be Nike or Jordan.
Wow, it's gonna be Jordan. For sure, it's gonna be Jordan. Damn, I'll probably be Jordan 4. I just think the aesthetic, either Jordan 4 or 5. I like Jordan 5s too. Like, they're like, I don't know, there's something different about them that are like, they have these little pockets where you can put color in them. Mm-hmm. It's
funny because everybody, Jawan's I think is the 4s or the 1s. Then I have a friend who's the 5s are his favorite. One of the girls I call my sister, the 10s is her favorite. Mm-hmm. Mine is like the 7 or the 8s. Yeah. So like, 7s aren't bad. Yeah. So like the thing about Jordan is everybody likes something different. But then of course everybody's like, if I could only have one, it'd be the 1s.
Yeah. If I could style a shoe or design a shoe, it would definitely be a Jordan 4. Just because you can do so much with them. You know what I'm saying? They're so fun.
I asked that question, and I promise this is not me trying to be mean or petty. But if Billie Eilish has a Jordan collab,
that's what got kind of crazy though.
No. Oh. It's fire. But like, I've never seen her in Jordans. Yeah. And then next thing you know, I'm scrolling on Instagram and I see a Jordan. I'm like, what? And I read the caption. It's like, Billie Eilish collab dropping next month. I'm like,
yeah. I didn't even know that. That's
not saying she shouldn't have it. I'm not saying it. But it's like, if Jan, put out this project honestly, and then put out another one and she get to the top and she's selling out arenas and stuff, go ahead and get her Jordan collab.
Because I feel like I deserve it. I feel like I work hard. You know what I'm saying? And I paint too. It can be real abstract.
Jordan, and I'm going to tell you the truth. That's why I asked. Because you be painting. So I'm like, I know, like, if they gave you a white Jordan, you could be like, well, I could put the color in it. I could put this right here.
Yeah. Actually, one of the paintings that I haven't finished yet, but what I'm working on is I'm painting a Jordan 4. It's the purple and fucking, you don't know.
I do know.
I'm talking to you.
I don't know the names of them, but I know what you're talking about.
I don't know the name. I don't remember the name.
I'm looking at Jan like this because I said, can you paint me a painting?
Yeah.
And this is what this is. It's not that I wanted one shoe, and this is probably why I've been taking so long. Because I was like, all right, just let me know when you're ready. I want Adidas, right? But I want like 7 silhouettes. So it'll be like a superstar. It'll be like a James Harden 7, Dame 4, something like that. So every time I see her post something and people buying stuff, I'll be like, where mine at? But I ain't saying nothing though, because I know she be working. Because every time I get on social media, she working on something new, and I'll just be like, I'm gonna wait my turn.
And the thing is, what it is about painting is that I just paint for fun. It's a hobby for me. I can sell them, but I have so many unsold paintings. It's just something that calms me. And
I'm not mad at it.
And people get online, it's like, hey, I need this commission. I need this and I need that. I'm like, bro, can you just take what's in the archive? But I got you. I absolutely got you.
I'm going to tell you the truth. That's why, because every time I see you do something, and it's like my favorite one I've seen is the guy with the blunt. I was like, that's when I was like, hey, can you make me a painting? Because it was so cold. I was like, I can't draw.
I can't draw. I can't sketch.
I'm going to tell you the truth. Some people don't know this. But during the pandemic, I was in the house so bored. Mm-hmm. I started to learn. I ain't gonna say I was drawing like you. Like Dan, he can draw for real.
Yeah. Me and Dan need to meet.
I'm like, I'm working. I'm like, hold on. I called Dan. Like, it ain't gonna be as good as yours. And I'm joking when I say this. I'm like, I'm about to become a tattoo artist. He was like, I ain't gonna lie, cause he like one of my biggest hype. Him and Jlew. Whatever you put your mind to, you can do it, cuzzo. I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. Ain't nobody gonna let me do the tattoo. I'm not gonna let me put a tattoo on you. Right. And I showed him, he was like, oh yeah, you tweak something. So when he said that, and like I said, I think he can draw for real. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, maybe I can't draw. Then we was in a pandemic for when the pandemic first hit, I was like, oh, we're gonna be in the house for like 2 months. We was in the pandemic for like 7, 8 months. And I was like,
different
this is nonsense.
Oh my god. Oh my
This is nonsense.
Like, it was really, like, we really thought it was sweet. We really thought it was cute. What is cute little summer vacation? Like,
people was like, toilet paper?
No, for real. Like, got rice? So, bro, it was so bad.
I need the toilet paper, and that's it. You go in the store and no toilet paper, but it's 19 cans of whatever you supposed to be eating. Ain't no vitamins off the shelf, but they was taking that toilet paper. Like, the world was about to end. I'm like,
I had to go to my mom's house and scrounge, scavenge for some toilet paper. It was sick. I will never forgive the world for that.
It got so bad. I will never forget. It got so bad when you went to the store, it said 1 per household.
Yeah.
For the toilet paper.
When has that ever been a thing? And my thing is, that's the only thing y'all fucking need, toilet paper? Bitch, you can only shit so much in a day. You gotta eat to do that anyway. So, like, y'all not taking no food. I would never forget people for that, man. Yeah. I would never, ever forget people for that. But that was a crazy time. And to think that was 4 years ago is wild. Because it feels like it was like a year ago, 2 years
every
ago.
time somebody brings up that it's 2024, I'd be like,
for almost half a decade.
And a lot of stuff happened during the pandemic that the world is just forever sick for.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna talk about it too much, but like the stuff that happened here, that we forgot the pandemic was going on. We were outside so much protesting.
I thought about that the other day, and I had a good ass laugh because I'm real radical. I'm real rah in the cop's face. Okay, I was like, my black ass was really out there. No mask, drop the mask. I'm surprised I didn't catch COVID, baby, a couple times over. Like, you yelling next to people. God. I can see the saliva. What are we doing, bro? Like, I was just out there wrong.
It was so much going on with so many people that I think they kind of was like, okay, the pandemic's real. Let's just open the world back up because they getting antsy.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't like we just woke up like, we're going outside. It was like something happened. And the world was like, we're going outside.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like.
And we was outside.
Oh my God.
We was in my, bruh. We was out, we right at dawn.
It was so, it got so bad where it was organized. Like, it was organized chaos.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, it got to a point where I almost was like, whatever happens at this point. It's y'all's fault.
Right.
And
it was madness. Like, I remember we had been protesting all day, and then we went over south. I forgot where we were over south. But it was when they were setting the damn gas station on fire.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, this is where my dumb ass is. Find some sense, okay? Like, I'm not going to blow myself up. It's time to go.
So, you know, I ain't going to act like I was outside.
Yeah.
But, like, I'll go outside and I'll be like, all right, we're going to go stand in front of this place. Cool. But then when they started talking about, we're going to go burn down the precinct, or we're going to go burn down the police station. I was like, and this dreadhead is going on.
I'm screaming, no, for real. You got to know yourself. You got to know yourself.
Like, we can't go to jail if I go stand in front of the store and say, we ain't moving until he come out. But if I go with y'all and we burn down this police station, they gonna put us in another one. Mm-hmm. And I ain't going to jail.
Okay, boy. That was tough. I'm like, coming in a poem near you. What? Stop. We burned down this one. We're going to the next one.
Hey, I told you. I do it a little bit.
That is hilarious.
It's funny because people always ask me like, okay, so Dan did a song. Mm-hmm. It was called Number One Fan. Mm-hmm. It was right after the pandemic or right before the pandemic. I can't remember. But during the pandemic, I want to say it was before. Like, if the pandemic started in March, he hit me up in like January, February. Like, I want you to do a video for me. I want this. I have the beat on it. And I was like, all right, cool. And what happened was Ty Dolla $ign and J. Cole dropped Purple Emoji. Mm-hmm. And that beat, the beat was so hard.
Hold on, wait. Can we just pause for just a second? Dan, the beat was so hard. Ty Dolla $ign, I think, is the equivalent of Nate Dogg, where he has that feature effect. Mm-hmm. He might not make the greatest music on his own, but that feature effect, beautiful.
Top
anyway, Dan, that beat, yes.
He sent it to me. Like when he had put down, he was like, I want you to do it. I'm like, I don't. I don't do music. Right. I do poetry. He's like, I want you to do that. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I can do that. Mm-hmm. So he had left a space in between where I was, and I'm to this day I'm sick it didn't come up. Like that's the only thing that I would do. Yeah. At that time. Now I got something to tell you when we get done that I've been trying to figure out. Mm-hmm. Anyway, that I would do that one, but that project that he was gonna do, I don't hate him because hate is a strong word, but I have a dislike towards him when I think about this because he had an EP he was working on. It was called Love Notes. Ooh, that's tough. And it was so cold. And then, I was going to have me a little feature on the song. Just to let you know. But the reason I would never take it serious because I had friends like you, Naj, Juice, Kaleem, who actually take it serious.
Wait, Kaleem the Dream is your friend? Mm-hmm. He's so tough. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. So, like, I wouldn't be like, I'm about to go drop a song because everybody would know he just did that because he was bored. Mm-hmm. And I have friends who take it serious, so I'm like, I would never disrespect what they do. So that's why I was like, I ain't no poet or I ain't no artist, but I would have did that because the whole thing was fire. Like that's probably, I hope I still have it, but I think that was probably my best poem.
Somebody called Dan. I'm mad. Somebody call him up.
It was so cool, and it wasn't the exact same beat as the purple emoji, but it reminded me of that. Yeah. And I was like, this is hard. Yeah. And even if I wasn't on it, the song would have been fire. But then, at the same time, like I said, he one of my biggest boosters. He go, you sound like, I don't know, Jay-Z or somebody wrote it. All right, bro. You're right. That's one of the goats. I ain't one of the goats, bro. I ain't even,
we're not even there with it. It's like, we ain't gonna do all that, so. But at the same time, I be thinking about that as an artist. It's like people would have to go out of their way to lie to you. Like, believe that. Even if you're just like, even if you're not Jay-Z, but it's giving Jay-Z influence or whatever it is, just accept it for that moment.
You know how earlier you said when you put the mic on, you got the mic, you like come out of your shell a little bit. Like my friends be saying, "You so cold at basketball when you do this." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm cool. I'm not. So whatever. I be trying to stay modest." We get in a court though, and I touch the basketball, but y'all can't guard me. Yeah, what? Come here. So maybe because I don't take the poetry stuff too serious. When he said that, I looked at him like. Yeah, we don't need to put this out. But I'm sick that he didn't put it out.
I'm sick too.
Even like I said, if I wasn't on it, it was one of his best things I've ever heard him do. Mm-hmm. He does a lot of stuff. Like he's like you. He draws. I can tell. Yeah, like y'all do so much. It's like if somebody said, "Hey, do you know Jan?" I'm like the one who does music, poetry, art, lyrics. That one. Well, the one I was talking about, she does poems. I think we're talking about the same one. But
what about her?
I think we're talking about the same one.
That's funny. Yeah.
So before I let you get out of here, I have to ask because I've been asking. I asked Aaliyah probably about a year ago. I asked Jawan like 6 months ago. And I know everybody's in different spaces, but like we miss y'all, and I know it's not coming back. That's not what I'm asking. I know it's not coming back. But is there any way we can get like a reunion episode or something?
Ooh, like a reunion episode would be tea. Let me see if I can get the game back together.
I just need one. Even just I'm not asking for a live show. Yeah. I'm not asking for a 2-hour movie. I'm not asking for nothing. Even if y'all went on there and it was like. Altogether 25 minutes, I think it'd be fire because all of y'all have went on and did so much more since then.
It's like Clark lives Southeast America. That sounds crazy. She lives in Florida. See, sometimes poetry has its downsides because what? She lives in fucking Florida. But yeah, no, we've all gone on to do different things. Like she lives in Florida, Aaliyah lives in North Carolina. Like Jawan is still here being Jawan. I live in St. Paul now. That's weird. Yeah. I'm a Minneapolis kid. That's weird. You know what I'm saying? Chanel is a mom 2 times over and a wife. Like life has just like put us in all these different pockets. You know what I'm saying? So I do think it would be dope to reflect. Let me see what I could do. Let me see what I could do. We could do that.
I don't know. Like I said, every now and then, like I don't do it every day, but like once a month I go and be like, especially because Jawan. I didn't know this, but somebody asked him about him getting married, and he was like, me, his cousin Jordan, like it was like 4 or 5 names. Like he would have to figure out who would be his best man. I was like, oh wait a minute, that's my favorite episode.
I'm screaming. The fact that you know that, but when you're a fan of something,
Yeah, like I honestly, I'm not even trying to be funny to say because you're here. I'll probably listen to every episode probably like 3+ times.
Wow.
Because like I said, it's been years since I dropped, and every night, like especially when I don't talk to Aaliyah all the time, but when I talk to Aaliyah, I bring it up.
Yeah.
Like that podcast was fire. Y'all should do another one. She'll be like,
Different.
oh my god, we're all over the place. We're all over the place. And then Jawan, he'd be like, man, we have fun, but I don't know.
Man.
Like, all right, bro. Let me go talk to Jan. Jan is probably the one who.
I'm here for it. I love growth. I love to reflect.
Because it would be fun. Like it's not even I don't even necessarily want to say it was toxic. So I don't want to say y'all not toxic.
Let's be honest.
No, okay. Some conversations were toxic.
It wasn't toxic. It was problematic.
Yes.
It was problematic.
Yes. That's so when I say, like, I think Janet be the one who get y'all to do it is because, like, out of all of y'all, you the one who because you post so much more, we just seen you go through stages of just who you are now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if anybody could get them to just sit down for 25 minutes, and like you said, some of them don't live here anymore. What if some time this summer and somehow y'all happen to be in the same state for 4 days, y'all can figure out 25 minutes.
And the thing is, I'm going to say this right now on camera. This is recorded. What day is it? It is April 28th, Sunday of the 24th year of our Lord and Savior. If we do happen to sit down and record an episode, I will take it upon myself to edit. Take the burden off everybody else, as if I ain't got shit to do. I'm gonna take the burden off everybody else because I do want to see that happen. I really do.
Even if it's like I'm one of those people who like some people gonna be like, he like Friends. Friends is one of my favorite shows.
I hate Friends.
All American is my favorite show.
That's me. What?
All American Homecoming. So like when shows end, I'll be wanting them to do a movie for the end. Like I don't want them to just be like 7th season is over. I want a movie. Can I get a movie? So like I'm not asking y'all for a movie. I just need 25 minutes of y'all reunion. Yeah.
Okay, we can do that. I feel like that's because the people who loved Ask a Guy loved Ask a Guy. Like it was our life. I was with them niggas like 4 or 5 days a week.
Yeah, because like not saying y'all missed a lot, but if y'all say I'm like, oh, they dropping on Friday, and y'all didn't drop on Friday, Juwan went ahead and me and Jan had something to do, we couldn't be there. So the other 3 couldn't record.
Yeah,
like, you get upset, like what you looking forward to ain't there. You're kind of like, well, what's going on? Now we got you next week.
May crack.
Yeah, you know.
You know.
So, but Jan, I appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
I ain't even going to sit here and name off everything because she just told y'all what she does, but she's an artist. And she's a damn good one.
Multifaceted.
And
multidisciplinary.
I myself, even though you just told me it was about 6 months away, can't wait for the project.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm scared.
And that's great.
Thank you. That's just me. I'm in my damn bag right now. I'm overthinking it a little
bit. You might be in the same bag, but you peeking your head out because he ain't gonna drop it. You gonna drop it. You gonna drop it.
I'm gonna drop it.
And it's gonna be fire. I'm gonna listen to it at work and be like, I gotta go take a break so I can watch the visuals because Jan ain't just gonna give us no song. It's gonna be art to it.
True.
So it's gonna be fire.
So that's last night. I've been to my own horn today. Last night again.
Everything happened last 24 hours.
Somebody was like, "What makes you a different kind of artist?" Is like, it's an ensemble. It's not just the words. You know what I'm saying? It's a performance. You know, it's not just the lyrics. It's the story. You know, it's not just the visual. It's the concept. You know, like it's I'm a conceptual artist, and I was like, "Damn, I kind of am though. That's tough."
When I say this, I'm not trying to be funny because the way I'm going to say it is how it sounds in my head. It sounds great.
Okay.
Do you watch Marvel? I love Marvel. You remind me of Iron Man.
Oh.
Iron Man is my favorite one out of all of them.
Yeah.
But the reason I say that is because he does so much, and him himself, when he's not had that suit on, he kind of does the same thing you and me, and Juwan, and a lot of people we know who just kind of like don't boost their own. You know, but when you get that, when he got that suit on, it's like, ain't nothing nobody can tell me I'm that, whatever, that guy, that girl, whatever.
Jarvis is the only one who would say something.
Yeah, Jarvis told him to shut up, he shut up. So, like, like when you're sitting here, I like to visualize everything. That's why I said I gotta take the headphones on and go watch her video. Like I like visualize everything. So like I ain't heard nothing on the project. I swear but I can already tell like when she does she picks the song she wants to do videos for, whether it's 6, 8, I don't know how many is on there. But if you do a video for it, I already know it's gonna be. I'll be able to tell your handprint was on it. So that's why I say you're like Iron Man, because you can like if Iron Man come through and put a hole through, you could tell his hole between the Hulk's hole that he broke and how they messed it up. Yeah. And me, I won't say I'm a clean freak, but like it looks neat to me, and that's how Iron Man. Like he got stacks right here, a shirt right here, an upside down cup, and we don't know why right here, and the computer's open, and ain't nothing touching it, but it looks nice in his head, and that's why Iron Man is my favorite. Not because he can fly or nothing like that, but the controlled chaos is my favorite thing. Yeah. So
that's me.
Yeah, and that's why I said I think
you top tier compliment. Thank you so much. I love me some Iron Man. I really do.
Yeah, that's my favorite. So
yeah.
Again, I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
And I can't wait for the project. Can't wait for the project and everything else you do.
Yeah, absolutely. So keep being great. Wow. Real one.
You gotta reboot like Iron Man.
Man, no, literally. Horror Factory reset. No, thank you for having me. Keep being great. Keep doing what you do.
Appreciate
great conversationalist. I need to call up Dan so I can hear these songs, you know.
Especially that one.
Yeah.
Like, if I forget anything else he ever did, I won't forget that one.
Yeah.
Like I said, even without me on it, like, I know people think he only like it. I don't even like being, like, I don't know how I do this. But that song was absolutely fire. And he needed to drop it. I don't care who feelings get hurt because it was one of those.
Yeah.
I think it would be fire.
Everybody needs a friend.
I try to be everybody's friend, but you know, some people don't like me. And it's cool. But anyway, y'all know what's next. Peace.